All right, what up, y'all? Haven't done one of these in a minute, but we're back on the Ball Boy podcast. Today we have four-star sophomore high school wide receiver Brody Keefe. Brody is actually the younger brother of one of my best friends, so I just thought it'd be a cool idea to bring him on the podcast and kind of see what it's like living in the life of a prodigy high school football child. Yeah, how are you doing today, Brody?
I'm good. I actually just got done with training. Like when you
Yep.
texted me, I was in the shower.
Yeah, I mean
Uh,
that makes sense. Training twice a day, doing all that. Um, So let's just start with a bang. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. You have offers from everyone's favorite schools: Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee, you name it, and you are 16 years old and you're a sophomore in high school. Kind of take us through how did that unfold? Like how did that process come to be?
yeah. I mean, I got my first offer in like January of my freshman year. Which is kind of funny how I got it. I was on the way to like a 7-on-7 tournament in Florida. I was on the bus. I was asleep the whole time. My teammate like taps me on the shoulders like, "Yo, you're getting a phone call from your head coach." And so I thought nothing of it. And I was like, I answered. He's like, "The coach from UNC Charlotte wants to talk to you." And so I was like, "Okay," because like I had a really bad season. Like I had one touchdown. And so I got on the phone with him. I'm like half awake. And so we love your film. We love you as a player. He's like, we want to offer you. So like at the time, like I was like it didn't hit me yet because like I was still half asleep. So I was like, oh my god, like thank you so much. Like I hung up. I talked to my head coach. I deadass I I like called my head coach back. I was like, did he just offer me? Like, so I had to make sure like I got the offer. Like I called him like 30 minutes later. I was like, wait, did he just offer me?
What year were you? Were you a freshman at this time?
Yeah, I was a freshman.
That's
And
ridiculous,
so
bro.
and I text my mom and like my dad, my brother was like, I think I just got an offer. And so like I text the coach again. I was like, did you just offer me? Like, bro, I was completely in shock.
That's
I
awesome,
remember like
bro.
I was just that whole bus ride in that tournament. I was like, bro, that feeling like after getting that was insane.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
bro, yeah, imagine waking up to that news. Like I can't imagine. That's
so I know,
fire. That's
yeah.
awesome, bro. Yeah.
And
And
then
um so you transferred. Okay, so those of you that might probably don't know, he originally went to Marvin Ridge High School and he transferred to Myers Park High School. These both schools are in Charlotte, North Carolina. Myers Park feeds in a lot of NFL talent and they have a lot of correct me if I'm wrong, you guys have a lot of coaches that are like that played in the NFL. Like
yeah,
Josh McCown was a coach there and other guys.
yeah.
Um so kind of take me through like what was the thought process behind transferring to Myers Park?
So just like a quick little background. Before I transferred to Myers, I picked up Georgia, Virginia Tech, and ECU before I went to Myers. So like I think a lot of people were surprised when I transferred because like they're like you just picked up so many offers while like I was still at Marvin.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention his first top 25 offer was University of Georgia, who was number 1 at the time. And I think they're still number 1, but I
That's
mean that's or no, they're not actually. They're number 4 now. But at the time they were like coming off back-to-back
yeah,
championships and that was his first top 25 offer just
yeah.
for reference.
So yeah, I gone through that whole summer just going to like 3 camps a week, trying to get to many colleges I could. And then like once I started to finish up that's when I think I decided to transfer. And it was really just all about like just my development like throughout high school. I feel like at Myers, being around coaches like you said, playing at the top level, I was just gonna get more development at Myers and just being around those like ex NFL players all the time, like 24/7. That just helped me better in the future, like and throughout like my preparation for college. So that was
Oh
a big,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. And even more, I remember we were talking the other day and you were telling me a couple times you've gone to the fields and you've thrown with guys like PJ Walker, Sam Howell, who are obviously proven NFL players.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, dude, everyone around you right now it feels like
Mhm.
is an established individual and like I think that's definitely huge for your progress. And
Oh
so
yeah.
that's been an awesome opportunity for you.
Hmm.
Um, also another thing, you reclassed. Tell
Yes.
me about that. Why? What was the like? You were homeschooled for a year, so you reclassed. Why
Oh
did you
yeah.
do that?
So I reclassed in eighth grade. I homeschooled, and it was really just to give me because I was the youngest in my grade, and so that's when I kind of like I was picking up football like seriously, and me and my mom kind of talked about it. My dad we were just like, why not just give me another year? So I kind of took that whole year. I was at the fields every day, weightlifting every day. So I kind of took that year and just like grew myself as a player and like person. So and that was like just a big thing. I mean, my brother did it back in like fifth grade. Um, it was just to give me kind of like just another year to just mature and develop. Um, I mean, and I was eligible to, or not eligible, but like I was allowed.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Like
like,
it wasn't.
why not take the extra year?
Absolutely. I think that's something that at your age, the stigma is like staying behind a year. There's like something wrong with it.
Yeah,
But I definitely think that that's something that like kids your age or even younger than you, like
mhm,
guys that are just entering high school, can learn and take that and
yeah.
put that in their own life. There's nothing wrong with staying the extra year, and it worked out for you.
Yeah, I'd say if any middle school kid, if they take football serious enough, like it would be almost worth it to invest in like maybe move into a private school and reclass.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So while we're on the topic of kind of like things that you'd advise for people your age,
Hmm.
I want to address this. So you were receiving these offers
Hmm.
before you really had any high school tape. You didn't have like a big high school season. It wasn't like one of those situations.
Yeah, I
You
didn't.
had 7-on-7 tape and
Hmm.
you had social media tape from your trainers.
Yeah.
How, like, if there was somebody that was your age or younger, kind
Mhm.
of trying to figure out how they can follow that path and receive these offers, what
Yeah.
would you say to them?
I'd say first off, like try to get as much exposure in front of these coaches as you can. Like coming from me, I had what 13 catches for 350 with one touchdown. And so like, but like that whole summer leading up to that in spring ball, it was just grinding every day. Like you got to train every day. That's a big thing. And like exposure, like record yourself if you can, put it on Twitter. Twitter's probably like, I say Twitter is probably the best like exposure tool you could use. And then getting to camps. I mean, I was going to 2, 3 camps a week. Um, like some of them, it was kind of like an outreach, like Georgia and Ohio State. Like I just went there for fun, like expecting no offer. Uh, but I definitely would focus on schools like you think, oh, I can go here and I can get an offer.
Yeah,
But I say, I mean, you got to grind for sure. Like that's the
absolutely.
first thing I tell someone. Like it's got to be two, three, at least 2, 3 times a week. You got to like just grind.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what
Yeah.
it'll
I mean,
be.
there's no other way, bro. Like I know from being around Sam and like some of these other guys and like knowing you, the work that goes into it. It's not light and there's no shortcuts to it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely not just because you didn't have some crazy high school tape at the time.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that you weren't putting in so much work behind the scenes, and
Yeah.
that's part of the reason why, the exposure ended up reaching you.
And having some of the connections I did, not like that helped me get the offer, but just like knowing people to like help me get to these camps was pretty helpful. Like if you have connections, that's only going to help you. And I just say I'd use those connections into the ground.
Yeah.
Just just being around people I was like that reclass year was pretty big because like I made so many connections with like NFL guys and college guys. So like it just be hitting them up and be like just seeing what they say about advice and trying to get you connected to coaches.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you have connections, that's a big thing too.
Yeah. There's just like in anything in life, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you were talking about, you went to Ohio State and Georgia without really expecting much of it.
Hmm.
But you were telling me the other day that you were in like Ryan Day's office. Was
Yeah.
this a different visit? Was this like after that, or
No,
was this the same?
so that whole I can kind of explain like that
Yeah.
whole camp day. So I mean, I got there an hour or two before the actual main camp started, and their receiver coach Brian Hartline. It was like me and like 6 other recruits. We did like a oh yeah, oh the
Dolphins
dynasty.
legend. Come on now.
Um, we did like a private workout before the camp even started. Me and like 6 other guys. We went through like a maybe like 30, 45 minute workout before the camp even started. So I had done that, and then we went into the camp. I had, I'd say, a pretty good camp, other than my 40. We won't talk about that.
What was it?
It was like a 4.7, but I, that's what I'm saying. Like I got the offer running to 4.7.
You ran a 4.7. They were like, yeah, this is our guy.
I ran a 4.7 probably at every camp, if I'm honest.
Jeez. Do you think you can get that down to like 4.5?
Yeah, that's my goal. I'm gonna get to like a 4.5.
Yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
that's what like I feel like a lot of people they focus too much on the 40 because you can run like I did a 4.7, then just ball out in like one on ones routes on.
Dude, Jarvis Landry, one of my favorite players ever. He's a Dolphins legend. I'm pretty sure he ran like a 4.7 in
Oh yeah,
his NFL combine draft
yeah.
or in his NFL
There's
combine
so many
40.
receivers in the NFL that ran like 4.7s, 4.6s.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't have a great 40, but like we did like routes on air, one on ones, all that type of stuff. I just balled out in that, which I think that's what got me the offer really.
Yeah.
Just making some pretty good catches.
You got any did they try and match you up with any like 5'6", 5'7" corners? Because you're what? You're 6'4", 6'3"?
I'll say 6'3". I'm probably like 6'2.5", but we can round it up.
They're gonna have you at 6'4" on the official thing. You know how they always lie about that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
him. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's fine. Six
that's
four.
fine. Yeah, just leave it.
Um, did I have any? I probably went 4 or 5 times. Um,
I was talking to you. We're both fellow tall men. I was talking to you about this earlier. Like when you see a guy, a corner on you,
yeah.
and you see he's like 5'8", 5'9", he's like a slot corner.
Mm,
Are you like, all right, bro, this is about to be baby food?
yeah.
Yeah.
You can ask anybody if they see someone short on me. Even my coaches, they'll change the whole play. They'll just like will audibles like just to fade to me. Which and I know deep down like just from confidence from like just playing so much that like in my ability like I'm gonna catch it. Like
I mean, dude, that from all the highlights I've seen of you, that's like your specialty. You are like a deep ball, like go up and get it guy, which is awesome.
yeah.
Those are
Oh,
always the most fun highlights to watch, and it
oh
bodes
I know.
well for 7-on-7 because it's
Oh yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
It happens so much in 7-on-7.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I
So
think yeah.
no. Just one more thing before we kind of talk about something else. The Ohio State visit you were talking about. There's a video, right, of the catch that you said you think got you the offer,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna insert that. I'll insert that here so you guys can see. But if that is actually what it was, that's insane, man. Like that's the difference. What some people don't get, like, dude, if that one play doesn't happen and the
Exactly.
next guy makes that play, you might
Yeah.
never get that offer.
Yeah.
And that might be the school you end up going to. And then you like everything is so acute. Like all the little things have to line up. And the fact that they have for all these schools for you is just
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
incredible.
I remember my last rep in that one on one. Like Ryan Day had come out like a little later that camp, and like the receiver coach made sure he saw me run around in front of the head coach, which I think
Heck
and
yeah.
I kind of caught that. That was kind of head tap a little bit. I think that also may have like helped me a lot in that offer too. But I just remember that.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and you were telling me you have another funny story. Because I go to NC State, and you were telling me that when you were on a visit here, you can go ahead and say what happened.
So yeah, I was like, I had done another private workout at NC State. I had just finished that workout. All the other recruits were out getting ready for like the main camp. And I was like, I looked over my mom. She's waving me over like that. And so I was like, oh, I wonder what she's about to say to me. And so she's like, the UNC receiver coach, Coach Galloway, is on the phone. And
Dude.
I was like, what? And so I walk around the building to like the side. I got a picture of it. I'm on the phone with the UNC coach. He's like, oh, we want to offer you. We know you're at NC State, but we want to offer you before they do.
Bro,
I'm
he's
like,
trying to steal you. I
no,
hope that better not have swayed your opinion, bro.
no, bro. I was like, no way they just called me before the camp so they could offer me before NC State did.
I mean, that's nuts.
And then
They
I
were,
drove up
bro.
to, after
Mm.
that camp, I drove up to UNC. He was
Well, yeah,
like, "Can
I
you-"
mean, you have to.
yeah, he was like, on your way back, like, we know you're at the NC State camp. He's like, on the way back, can you stop by Chapel Hill? I was like, yeah, why, why not?
Come on now, this coach got to know you're not going to Chapel Hill, bro. You're not going. You don't. Hey, there's no way a guy of your caliber is going there unless they got another Sam Howell or Drake May at quarterback because their quarterback
Yeah.
situation is going to be buns when you're there.
So it'll be interesting. I still got 2 years, so we'll see what, and you just never know what's going to happen. So,
Yeah, you're not going to Chapel Hill. That's not happening. They're not even top five, bro. Um, actually, go ahead. Let's rank them. Rank your top because you. How many visits have you had?
um,
Like
like, how
12.
many schools have I been to?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say like 10 to 12
All right, go ahead and rank your top five in order.
in order.
Starting with five, or actually, you start with one. Five might be too difficult.
one and two always changes. It's between it goes. It's either Tennessee, Ohio State, or Ohio State, Tennessee.
I'm not surprised to hear that. Tennessee, I've heard, is awesome, and
Yeah,
Ohio State's your dream
they've
school.
got
So
they've got like some of the top recruits in 25 like ready to commit there. So yeah, Tennessee and Ohio State. That's top two for sure. That's not going to change. And
what
then,
made them so awesome? Like, what about it?
but it's just like when I went to Tennessee, it's like that connection that I have there, like the relationship I have there, bro. It like feels like I'm already like committed there. Like every time I go.
Oh man,
And then Ohio State, I mean, just being with like Brian Hartline and like it's Ohio State. It's for CPU. Let's be honest.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I mean, and just like the campus is so cool. Like just the feeling you get when you're at those two schools. I think that's what like was it for me. Um, and then here's where it gets tricky. 3 through 5, it changes like so much. Um,
Was NC State in this top five?
yeah,
You can be honest.
NC State is.
Okay, nice.
Um, NC State's 3 or 4. Um, and then I got to put South Carolina because that's just like I'm from South Carolina, and that's like every time I go there, it just feels like I'm home.
Yeah.
Um, and then so I say NC State 3. Where else did I go this year?
You
Uh,
went to. Okay, did you get an offer from Notre Dame?
I did, yeah.
Did you go visit them?
Yeah. I honestly, I think I should have picked a better game to go to because I don't think I got the full experience from there.
What game was it that you went to?
It was the Pitt game. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Um, and I think I gotta put just. Hold on, let me look and see real
Go
quick.
ahead. Put one more. One more. Or I guess you already have four. So who would be
I
five?
want to
Not.
put. It's usually Chapel. Like if you go on my Instagram, the 5 I have on my page are my top
Bro,
5.
it's not Chapel. Stop lying to the audience.
I'm not. I'm not.
In no way anybody's got Chapel Hill in their top five for anything football related.
Everyone from here, anyone in the North Carolina area is committing to Chapel Hill. Have you seen that? Bro, they got everyone from here committing.
Yeah, they actually are.
It's here
I'm
at
just
NC
a
State.
hater.
Yeah. I mean, you go to NC State, so
It's
you.
all right. We went further than them in the basketball tournament, and that's their only thing they're good at. So
Oh,
I'll
every
take it.
school I talk about when I bring up UNC, they're like, it's a basketball school.
Yeah, I mean it is, but like recently, Sam and Drake
Yeah,
being there have made it more of a football school. Those are two guys that set the freaking college football on fire. So,
no, they turned it around for sure.
oh yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, and so one thing I wanted to bring up, uh, what is it like as a guy that you're still in high school, right? And what's it like catching passes from quarterbacks like Sam or you? There was a guy, the quarterback at Michigan. What's his name?
Jaden Davis.
Yeah, Jaden Davis. He was throwing
Yeah.
with you, and PJ Walker. How different is it from a high school quarterback?
Bro, it was insane. Like, granted, I was like 13, 14 at the time catching
Dude,
first.
that's nuts.
So, like, to me, like, it was like the coolest experience. But, bro, as far as like arm power, bro, it's so different. And, like, you're
Dude,
catching a bigger ball, obviously, but,
yeah.
like, it's so different. Like, it really is, like, you can tell, like, there's a big difference from high school to college and college to the pro. Because even
Yeah.
catching from college to pro, like there's a big difference in like the way they throw too.
Oh, dude, yeah. I bet. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember one of my sister's friends, her boyfriend was a quarterback at Western Kentucky, and he was like, "You want to go throw it in the backyard?" And they were over for some party. I'm throwing it with him, and I'm like, "Damn, bro! Like, I'm 5 yards away from you. Like, why are you slinging it at me?" But here's where it's crazier, kind of like what you're saying, bro. When I've thrown it with Sam, he's like, "You want to toss it, right?" Like, dude, this man is throwing like my hands hurt after.
Oh
Like, I
yeah.
don't know how people like
Oh, I
their
know.
hands, like Cam Newton, who was notorious for throwing like fastballs.
Yeah.
I swear he had to give like bruises to his receivers.
Oh no, bro. My hands sometimes like certain quarterbacks you'll catch and like you'll look at your hands, bro, and they just hurt.
Yeah,
It's insane. And bro,
yeah.
I caught for Sam my first time. It was I was 13 or 14. It was like a January night. It was cold. I was like, this is not it.
Was it at Optimus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I go for everything.
Okay. Is that kind of even with you being at Myers Park? That's still the spot.
Yeah, it's like a 30, 45 minute drive. So I mean it's not horrible, but like that's just where everything happens. And it's
Yeah.
just convenient for my trainers. So
Yeah.
um
Shoot, man. Well, let's go ahead and real quick. Next year, Give me a goal. What's a team goal first, and then I want to hear your individual goal because you had a lot of touchdowns last year, but the yards weren't necessarily there. So
Yeah,
go what
I can explain
team
that.
then personal.
Team goal. Well, we lost first round this year to which I don't even want to talk about that.
Ooh,
That was that
yeah,
was it.
I remember seeing that.
I say make it past third round. I think we can. Like, what would that be? Would that be
I
quarters?
think that would mean you make the semifinals. The fourth round, I think, would be the semis.
Semis, yeah, semis.
That would be
I
awesome.
think we can. I mean, our team. Grant, we lost 9 of our 11 defensive players in our whole O line. Um,
They could throw you on cornerback. No,
they might put me at safety.
have
Um,
some fun back there, bro.
yeah. No, last time I did, I got flattened by a Penn State commit, so I'm good. O
Oh,
line
okay, never mind.
pancaked. I'm like, I'm not going back. I'm not going.
All right.
And then individual goal. Obviously, I want to be number one for yards in the state. Um, I think I'll be number one for. I think I can be number one for touchdowns.
What would that take? Like, what is like number one? Because I'm not really familiar. Would that be like 30?
What do you mean?
Like, how many touchdowns would it take to be number
Oh,
one?
I'd say more than like 18. I think that's the minimum, or 20. No, I say 20. For because
That's
a wide,
doable.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, for a wide receiver, if I can get less, like minimum 18, I'll be good. And then yards, I would definitely get above 1,000. But
Those are some tall tasks.
just some, well, because last year we had 3 kids who could all like were all threats. Like they all had 600 plus yards. So it's like we were just distributing the ball so much.
Did
Like,
they graduate?
oh yeah, one's going to ECU,
Push him.
and then the other one he's going to I think a smaller D1. But yeah, we just had a lot of guys on our team, and our running backs both had one of them had 1,000 plus yards or something, 900 plus. So I mean, we were just a good offense.
Sounds like yeah. It just wasn't your turn yet.
Yeah, it just like there was
Basically,
no need to for me like I wasn't needed to be like that impact player with 1,000 plus yards that season.
but
But
this year,
yeah, I'm hoping I can get
let's
at
go, bro.
least 900.
All right, 918 tugs. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck. It was awesome talking to you, bro. It's been a little bit. You're a lot older now. You got your voice a little deeper now.
I used to come to our Barrington house. I'd be playing for. I'd be playing for.
I know. Hey, I'm gonna come out and watch you this next year. Obviously, I'll come watch with your brother.
All right.
But until then, keep racking those offers up. Clemson and Alabama are probably next
Yep.
because why not? And I'll talk to you later, bro. It's good. And then for you guys, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it was fun just getting back on here. I think I'm gonna be doing an interview with a Chapel Hill wide receiver next, so that'll be fun. But until then, appreciate you guys for tuning in and have a good one. Peace.